533. Strategy. Among the various types of e-commerce transactions, which of the following is an appropriate example of B2C? A. Mr. B buys a book from an online shop owned by Company A. B. Mr. B pays an annual tax via a website hosted by the Central Tax Office. C. Mr. B posts an online advertisement to sell his car and finally Mr. C buys it. Or D. Company A places an online order of materials from its supplier twice a month. E-commerce, or electronic commerce, is a type of business model or a segment of a larger business model that enables a company or individual to conduct business over an electronic network, typically the Internet. Electronic commerce operates in the following four of the major market segments. Firstly, the business-to-consumer, B2C. In a B2C e-commerce environment, companies sell their online goods to consumers who are the end users of their products or services. In B2C model, business website is a place where all the transactions take place between a company and consumer directly. For example, a consumer goes to the website, selects a product or service from the catalog, orders the goods to the company. After receiving the order, goods would be dispatched to the consumer. Secondly, we have business to business, or B2B. In a B2B e-commerce environment, companies sell their online goods to other companies without being engaged in sales to consumers. In most B2B e-commerce environments, entering the web shop will require a login. B2B web shops usually contain customer-specific pricing, customer-specific assortments, and customer-specific discounts. Thirdly, we have consumer-to-business, or C2B. In a C2B e-commerce environment, consumers usually post their products or services online on which companies can post their bids. A consumer reviews the bids and selects the company that meets his price expectations. And finally, we have the consumer-to-consumer, C2C. In a consumer-to-consumer e-commerce environment, consumers sell their online goods to other consumers. A well-known example is eBay. Mr. B, or a consumer, buys a book from an online shop owned by Company A. It's an appropriate example of business to consumer. Therefore, A is the correct answer. So what do the other options correspond to? Option B, an e-payment or electronic payment is a subset of an e-commerce transaction to include electronic payment for buying and selling goods or services offered through the Internet. Here, it refers to e-payment, which facilitates payment of direct taxes online by taxpayers. C refers to consumer-to-consumer model, and D refers to the business-to-business model. Therefore, the only option which details a B2C model, which means business to consumer model, was option A. So A is the correct answer.